Self-hatred keeps you stuck. Accountability moves you forward. Hey everyone, my name is Shaun Howard and welcome to Perspective-Based Recovery, where I show you some tips and tricks that help me get sober and stay sober. Today, we're discussing how self-hatred can leave you stuck in one place and how you can use it as a form of self-accountability and eventually change it into self-respect. The cycle of self-hatred and guilt leading to drinking and using is a tale as old as time, and something almost all of us in recovery or active addiction can testify as a major part of relapse and continued use. We try to stop. The guilt and regret start to become clear as we sober up. We beat ourselves up, and we use again to take the edge off. This is also known as the cycle of addiction, a graphical view of how we constantly end up repeating our behavior even though we know it won't help. When I first saw this diagram, it totally changed how I was able to recognize my relationship with drugs and alcohol. I could see it plainly and clearly, and it was easy to understand. I share this every chance I get. While self-hatred isn't listed exclusively here, it falls into the category of guilt in this case. To briefly explain the diagram, it begins as an emotional trigger that then leads to cravings, then to beginning a ritual such as calling a dealer or going to the bar, using your drug of choice, then the passage of time spent using. Guilt comes next, along with self-hatred, leading to stopping use for a period of time. Then an emotional trigger starts the cycle all over again. The cycle is different for everyone, but it does a great job of putting experience into an easily digestible format. There is another phrase that can help with negative self-talk that I will bring up later in the video. I used to believe that there was no point in getting sober, that I was too far gone. All the pain I had caused was never going to go away, and there was no way to recover from it. I gave up before I even started. I remember when I first tried getting sober. I was maybe 16, and my friends organized an intervention for me. They told me that I was becoming someone they didn't recognize, and they missed the old me. I remember feeling this intense guilt and pressure, telling myself that I could stop or cut back. I quit for a week. During that week, I beat myself up mentally, and I was full of negative self-talk. I would think things like, "You don't deserve your friends. You will never recover from this. And your friends don't really care about you. No one does." I let the thoughts continue unchecked, and I eventually drank to feel better, losing my friends along the way. The cycle continued for 10 years, stopping and starting, never really sticking to sobriety. Things started to change when I went to rehab in 2017. I learned how negative self-talk can fuel addiction and how your mind will trick you into getting what it thinks it needs. One important thing I share with those entering recovery in any form is catch it, check it, change it. This phrase helped me begin to rewire my mind so that I could fuel my confidence instead of my loathing. The idea is to identify when you're having negative thoughts, question if they are helpful or harmful, then change them into something that will benefit you instead of hindering. You start by catching the thought. As an example, we'll say something like, "I'm an idiot for doing that." You must recognize that this is a negative thought and move on to the next step. Check it. To check it, you must ask yourself if this thought is helpful to you. Does calling yourself an idiot benefit you or others in some way? In this case, and every case, it does not. It reinforces a negative belief in yourself and will stop you from growth. So we move to the next step, changing it. In order to change the thought, you must break it down. The thought, "I'm an idiot for doing that," isn't helpful. So what do I really think? Perhaps, "I made a mistake and I will apologize for that," would be better. Or, "I made a mistake and I will do better going forward." You can then take accountability for the action and use it as a way to do better. This trick of the mind can help you grow from having the constant duality to changing how you think of and see yourself. It takes time, but it does help immensely. Let's do another example. "It's all my fault." Catch it first, recognizing the negative thought. Check it by asking, is it really all my fault? Change it by thinking about your part in the situation. Is there something you could have done differently, or is the blame really all on you? In most cases, things are rarely all one person's fault, or are entirely out of someone's control. Try changing it to, if this happens again, I'll be better prepared. Or, I can only control my own actions, and I will make better choices in the future. When you take away the self-hatred and change it to accountability to fuel growth, you can achieve real change and make life much more enjoyable for yourself. Shifting blame to responsibility and using mistakes as tools, not change. Everyone makes mistakes. It's up to you to decide if that mistake is going to hold you back and cause more mistakes, or if it can be used to remember to do better in the future. Thank you for watching this episode of my Perspective-Based Recovery series. If you enjoyed it, then please check out the rest of the videos as I release them. And remember, accountability is a form of self-respect.